Huge news for Shinobi Striker. Recently, we got 2 characters announced with Mitsuki and Sarada. We got the announcement of a second open beta coming late July, early August. And now we got what I think is the biggest update of them all, a brand new game mode. My name's Globku and let's break it down. The scan was taken and translated by Shonen Games as usual. Huge shout out to that amazing website. On the left side of the scan, we have pretty much the same information that we had on the announcement of Mitsuki and Sarada, though this time it's fully translated and we don't speculate as much with our own Google Translate translations. So Mitsuki's ability, the transformation, the Sennin mode, which you will be able to use as your created avatar, that sacrifices your ninjutsu. So as you activate it, you can no longer use the other ninjutsu that you have equipped on your character, but you do gain a massive boost in taijutsu. So you deal more damage with your punches and kicks, you gain defense, so you take less damage, and you're also a lot faster. It's somewhat similar to the opening of the 8 gates that you get as an attack type character, perhaps even stronger since this one also disables your ninjutsu. With Sarada, we got it pretty much correct. She throws some kunai shuriken and it both damages the enemy and heals the ally. The thing we missed though is that the kunai are equipped with explosive tags, so they cause an explosion when they hit the enemy. So that explosion that we see in the scan, that is actually Sarada's ability, and the explosion seems to heal allies, which is weird, but let's move on. On the right side of the scan is where we have the big info coming out of this V-Jump magazine, and that is the addition of a new game mode. Now, the title of the scan says a Grand Royale of the Ninja World. I don't know if Grand Royale is the official name for this game mode, but for the most part, this looks like a team deathmatch, or at least the closest we'll get to a true team deathmatch. Because the goal here is not to capture a flag, not to capture any barriers or whatever, kill a boss. The goal here is to kill your opponents. There's a gauge at the top showing each team's strength, and as you kill your opponents, their strength will go down. By the end of the match, instead of a bar, you get these portraits, signifying that you are on your last lives. In this case, there are 4 portraits left, meaning that if you get 4 kills, your team wins. So first you get the bar. Once you lower that bar, or once it gets low enough, it goes to the portraits and you can see exactly how many kills you need to win or how many kills you need to lose. Now, this is not just a team deathmatch. You don't just drop into a map and start killing your opponent. There is another aspect to this game mode, which are these scrolls that spawn around the battlefield. Once you get a scroll, a support gauge will appear, and each scroll will give you a different effect. We see 2 of these effects in the scan. One seems to give you this red aura. I'm assuming that this just gives you strength. It makes your attacks deal more damage, makes you more powerful, or perhaps another kind of buff, but this seems like a buff type of scroll. And the other scroll shows Gamma Bunta. So you're able to summon Gamma Bunta by picking up a scroll, and it seems that he just kills your opponents in one shot. And this takes me back to the very first trailer that we saw for Shinobi Striker. Remember when Naruto summoned the toad and the toad shot a cannon of water? What if that was actually a scroll? It could have been. We don't know how many scrolls there are, how many types of scrolls there are. It could still be a ninjutsu that you can learn from someone else and equip it on your character, but perhaps it could also have been a scroll, because the scroll here summons Gamabunta. It could very easily summon other types of frogs as well. The scrolls are also your only reason to move around, because if it was just a team deathmatch, you could just stay in place and just have team battle, team battle, team battle, team battle. The scroll gives you a point of interest, a location that your team needs to fight for in order to take control of it, in order to get the upper hand. And this is probably because Shinobi Striker focuses so much on mobility, on ninja movement, that they needed some kind of objective, even in a game mode as straightforward as team deathmatch. Also from these scans, we can see that the HUD has changed a little bit. Remember when you had all your ninjutsu plus your secret jutsu, your ultimate, on the bottom right of the screen? It seems that your secret jutsu has moved to the bottom left, right next to your health bar. It's not a big deal, I just wanted to point it out. It seems they're still making adjustments. I actually like this quite a bit. And that's kind of it we have for this scan. I am happy to see this team deathmatch-like game mode added to Shinobi Striker. I did think they needed some more game modes, to be honest, but more than game modes, I think they need more maps. And hey, Konoha was just announced recently as well. I'm not saying they're not announcing maps or anything, but you look at other multiplayer games, and most of them don't focus on having a lot of different game modes. They focus on having the same game mode for a lot of different maps. Take Overwatch, for example. They've got control points, they got payloads, and they've got a mix of the two. But what makes every match so different is the fact that they take place in very distinct maps. I think Shinobi Striker is headed in the right direction here for sure, and I'd love to see more maps announced, even if we don't get any more game modes. If you just have a few of them but have a lot of maps, the variety will be there for sure. Also, before we end this video, let's talk a little bit about the open beta that's coming late July, early August. They didn't give us any more specific dates. We had the producer for the game talking to us, saying, hey, thank you for your interest and for participating in the previous betas. There's a new one coming. A beta in late July, early August, I think kind of confirms what I've been saying all along, which is this game is going to come out late 2018. So we're looking at a release date from, I don't know, September to November. And also this beta just, it doesn't sit right with me. Remember when the first open beta happened and it wasn't great? We all know what happened. They tweeted, hey, apologies for this, we're working on it, thank you for sticking with us, we're gonna have another open beta soon. And it's like, cool, okay, an open beta had problems, that's what betas are for seeing the problems, for detecting them, and they want to make good by giving us another beta. This does not feel like that apology beta. This is happening so far in the future that this just feels like another beta that they had already planned for. So when they said that, hey, we're gonna have another beta, did they mean this? The things they already had plans for? Because this does not feel like an apology. But hey, maybe I'm nitpicking at this point. Let me know what you think in the comments. Also, do you think this game needs more game modes, or is it good like this? Do you think it needs more maps? Is it good like this? What would you like to see added to the game? I would love to know what you think. Last time around, we talked about the announcement of Mitsuki and Sarada. You can watch that video right here. If you're in the mood for something else, there's also the video at the bottom. But as always, thank you very much for watching. My name is Globku, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.